live. Now, what we did with the 17th Amendment is we took away the check. Do you think Denny and I would elect a senator that put in $1 billion health care on the state of Missouri? Any unfunded mandates, do you think they would be passing those? No. And that was the check. I ran across a quote the other day from James Madison. Now, this is not this is my interpretation of the quote, because he had more to it than what I'm going to tell you. James Madison said that the federal government, unchecked, is going to run your education, your health care, and your local police force. Now, he had 3 or 4 others that he added to that. President Obama nominated a judge to the 9th District that believes that what those forefathers said has no relevance today. Now, it seems to me like Madison hit pretty close. It's exactly what our problem is. We have a government without any check. There's nothing to force them to pay the bills. I don't think those folks have any idea what $1 trillion is. I don't think they ever think about what it takes to pay that off. 13 trillion. I think they allowed for $14 trillion, raise the debt limit to $14 trillion. That means that every man, woman, and child in this country, and every newborn born, owes $50,000 to the federal government. Everybody. Now, and I'm sure there's a lot of folks here that feel benevolent to a neighbor, so you're probably paying more than your 50 grand. But that's the way to take care of this debt, is everybody write a check for 50 grand. And I know that you folks are ready to jump up and do that. Now, if you want to look at the unfunded liabilities of the federal government, it's about $300,000 to $350,000 for every man, woman, and child in the United States. Folks, we've got a problem, and if we don't get it under control, we're going to lose our country. Now, this health care debacle, if you think about it, it's set up to fail. If you have to cover unfunded mandates, then the incentive is to buy your insurance on the way to the hospital in the ambulance. Why? It's cheaper to pay the fine than it is to own the insurance. If you're a company, you want to pay $12,000 a year for your employees, or do you want to pay a $2,000 fine? That's exactly where we're headed. And then what's going to happen is 3 or 4 years down the road, the liberals are going to say, hey, when we told the free market wouldn't work, because nobody has health insurance and we're going broke. So the government's got to take it over. This thing is designed to fail. The other thing is, the thing is chock full of stuff, as you all well. I almost use a technical agricultural term there, and I shouldn't do that. But we have got to get this thing back under control. And I will tell you that when I was elected to the Senate, I thought I was an ag guy and a transportation guy. But I'll tell you that my first 6 years in the Senate, I probably spent 50% of my time on health care. First dealing with medical malpractice insurance, and then looking at the cost to people, to each citizen of what health care is. And the way to cure health care is get the patient back making the decisions. Because if you're paying for my health insurance, I don't care what it costs. I don't care what it costs. You know, I use the example of grocery store insurance. Surely eating every day is more important in the short term than health care is. So why don't we have grocery store insurance? And if you have grocery store insurance and somebody else is paying for it, how many of you are going to stop at the weenies? Or how many of you are going to go to the States? If you're invested in something, you take care of it. If you're invested in your health care, you take your medicine, you show up at the appointments, you do the things that you need to do to take care of yourself. Nobody washes a rental car. If you're not invested in it, you don't take care of it. We have got to get the patients back making decisions in health care. I use the LASIK eye surgery as an example. 4 or 5 years ago, it cost you from, I don't know, $2,500 to $3,500 per eye for LASIK eye surgery. Not paid for insurance, doctor, patient, that's all it is. What's it cost today? $1,200 to $1,900. Quality much better. Competition gives you better quality, lower cost.